And it's Rich B in AZ, again with the London Travel Rocore puzzle. I think I found out why it's not working quite right. And what it looks like is there's a couple of pivot brackets inside the tower here. This is the Elizabeth Tower with Big Ben at the top. This definitely seems to be popped out. I'm going to zoom in and see if we can spot it with the cameras. It's a really hard angle to see it at. It's really hard to just see it, period. Yeah, so, oh, there it is. Yeah, see that bracket? I think that is meant to be down further. It looks like it's jumped out, and the one on the opposite side has done the same thing. I have no idea when that happened, because I'm pretty sure I pushed them in, but somehow, during the whole episode, they popped out. Yeah, but those things in there. Yeah, that's the problem. Now, how do I fix it? Okay, I'm going to see if I can reposition those brackets without taking it apart. I have these tools that I made from windscreen wiper inserts. If you look at the windscreen wipers on a car, there's a stainless steel insert, mostly, which are what these things are. This one's a bit thicker, that one's a bit thinner. And they're stainless, and you know, when the wipers go after a couple of years you throw them away, but there's these stainless steel bits inside them which I've rescued for reuse. So I'm going to try, not on camera because it may take a long time, get these in and see if I can reposition them and then somehow press them down. I do have this old scraper, but you can use almost anything flat to push it down with. We'll see if that works. Well, unfortunately, just trying with these two stainless tools, I was unable to position them and get them to push in. So I am going to have to dismantle the tower. So I'm pulling off the clock faces, these bits, and I'll try and keep them in some kind of order. Hopefully I can get low enough without having to dismantle everything else. That'll be a lot of fun. Right, so I'm remembering that you've got to turn this 90 degrees to get it to lock, and I think I can also unhook the wire for the lamp at this point. Yep, there we go. So now we've got the top off. I had to take a couple of sides out, and then I think this comes off. Yeah, so dismantling these pieces can be quite tricky. Fortunately, this tool is kind of handy. I can use it like a mini crowbar. Oh, I've already maxed out that one. And sort of get it and do some pulling with it. I think on the far side of the tower I might even be able to do some pushing with it too. See, I can do a bit of pulling. Oh, moving the whole thing. Got to be careful. I think you've got to be more careful than assembling it. So getting the tower off is kind of tricky. You do have to take off all the things holding it, and this seems to be about as far as it's going to come off easily. It has three places where it's got this L-shaped stuff, so you have to push it that way and pull it out, and there's another one on the inside at the back. But you can see the little hinge point there, that H9, that part right there. Yeah, that H9 is supposed to be stuck into these boards holding it all down. And the same on the other side, and it's not. They're obviously popped out somehow during assembly. So now I've got to see if I can pop it back in, and I think it will hold these two boards down onto the base, and then I get to push this back through. So that was a lot of fun. I did manage to damage a piece coming out too. So these are all the pieces I've been taking off carefully. But this one, this is the bottom piece on the inside. That one was really hard, it just didn't want to come out. And I'm going to have to re-glue it all back together. So I don't think there's a spare one of those. I'll have a look, but I don't think there is. Finally I was able to get the tower off. These three hooks on the end are very tenacious. You do not want to let it go. Now I have some nice clear access to get to these pivot brackets. And they are difficult to find the slot that goes through the base down here. Probably in place now, pushed down. all the way so they're flush. Now that pivot should work. Okay, so I've got this back on through the slots all the way through. Two of them go all the way underneath. I've got that pushed all the way forward, and I can confirm that with the two that are underneath that they are all the way forward. So looking up in the instructions at the part that broke, it's B11. So I pulled out the spares, and lo and behold, here it is. There's a B11 right here. I'm going to use that one. Yeah, these parts on the inside, they're fun to get to, especially to push in. My fingers are fortunately not too big. I think I can get them. Got the bottom one in. That was tight. This one should be a bit looser, seeing it's already been in once. Okay, so the tower is now rebuilt. And this part is attached to the tower by all these straps and things. So that feels solid again. Got this piece in, solid again, put it over there. Now I just need to put the bus back in and get this up, and I can test it. Okay, testing time. Sounds pretty good. It's turning it without a tight spot at the bottom. So that's good. Let's drop a few balls in. And that ball will drop properly. It dropped onto the gear. And the ball's still stuck. So the ball is stuck at the end of this. I wonder if something got twisted. It's in the bus, it's on the elevator, and it's not coming off the elevator. Yay. Probably that junk I put on there. I'll have to work on that. Okay, so while I'm at it, I noticed that when the balls drop into the aeroplane swivel thing and they drop out, sometimes they'll go right off. They'll hit that gear over here, they'll just drop off. So what I've done is I've cut out a little chunk of wood right here. It's 16 by 16 millimeters, and I've glued it to that top rail, and it's resting against this piece right here. So hopefully when it sets I'll be able to test it and the balls won't fall all the way to the bottom. Yep, now it's time for improvements. That's the first one.